Hello, Pathfinder. I'm going to take you on a walk with me to look at some wildflowers in a forest just down the road from my home. I'm very fortunate that I have this beautiful space to walk through. I do it almost on a daily basis. The Japanese have coined a term called forest bathing, where it's been known, and science supports it, that getting out in nature into the forest, listening to the birds and the water and the wind, actually increases your serotonin levels and reduces anxiety. So I hope that you can get out in the woods and maybe find some of these flowers that I'm going to introduce you to. So here we have trillium, and they're out in an abundance right now. And this trillium, these are growing on a stump, on an overturned root system that's rotting, and you wonder, how did those seeds get up off the ground up there? Well, I learned that ants actually transport the seeds of the trillium, and they bring them into their ant colonies, and they use this little nutrient bundle that's on the seed for their young, and then they deposit the seed in their waste chambers. So ants have actually like bathrooms in their colonies, and they deposit those seeds there, and so the seed then has all these nutrients in order to grow. So this is known as a symbiotic or a mutualistic relationship, where the plant has evolved to have this nutrient bundle, and it's trained the ant to come and get that nutrient bundle. So the ant benefits and the trillium, they mutually benefit. So there we have the trillium. Another really cool flower is the bellwort. Here is the bellwort, and it's a beautiful flower with these hanging yellow flowers here. And what I think is really cool is just how the stem looks as though it's just coming up and piercing through the leaves. So this is beautiful. They grow in clusters. They're somewhat endangered because of invasives and overgrazing. So there's those. Over here we have a trout lily. It's done flowering, and now you can see the seed pod, but notice that the leaves, they look like brook trout or brown trout. That's a really cool plant. One of the first to arrive where you know it is spring. The other really beautiful flower here is a Canadian violet. And if you can see this amazing purple that's most likely iridescent. We only see the visible light spectrum, but bees and pollinators see that probably lit up like a runway that's saying, "Come here for nectar and pollinate me." Another adaptation that the flowers have. And here we have leeks. They're starting to die back a little bit. The leaves will die fully back, and then you will see later on in the early summer, a stalk with a flower coming up, and it almost looks like the puffy dandelion seed ball. This makes great pesto, ramp pesto. They're also called ramps. As I walk further on, I know that there was a jack-in-the-pulpit over here somewhere. Here is a beautiful patch of ferns, or a fern that's coming up, and it's a fiddlehead fern here. And my daughter loves to make take fiddleheads and cook them up with some morels. And I unfortunately do not see morels. There's something about the pattern. I just don't see them. They can jump out at me, and I do not see them. But Petoskey stones I don't have a problem with. But something about morels. Here is jack-in-the-pulpit. It's kind of small. I've learned that there are male and female jack-in-the-pulpits. They change. They can be male one year and female the next. So probably depending on the conditions of maybe the prior year and how much energy was stored, will depend on whether or not it is a male or a female. Female flowers need a lot more energy in order to produce those seeds. I've walked through other parts of this forest, and I've seen columbine beginning to come up. I've seen some cinquefoil, some alyssum, lots of different things. So I'm not spying anything else I wanted to show you, but I hope that you can get out and you can enjoy some nature. It's very powerful, and the more you're out, the more you learn and the more relaxed and fun you have. Thanks for listening.